Yo, and what is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Oathbreaker Deck Tech. Now, if you guys have been loving the Oathbreaker format, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you have not already. If you guys are interested in MagiKids, the official charity of the Oathbreaker team, make sure to check out those links in the description down below. But guys, with the release of Throne of Eldraine, let's jump right on into this video. Now, our Planeswalker for today is going to be Garruk, Cursed Huntsman, paired with his signature spell of Return of the Wildspeaker, both cards from the new set. Now, Garruk enters the battlefield for 4 black-green with 5 loyalty and the following abilities. Now, his 0 creates 2/2/2 black and green wolf creature tokens. With when they die, we get to add a loyalty counter to each Garruk we control. Now, his -3 gets to destroy a target creature and draw a card. His -6 gives us an emblem with Overrun. Yes. Very, very good card. I absolutely love having this emblem, especially if it comes out the second turn that we, or possibly even the turn that we lay him the right circumstances. Very, very good. Really ramps up our creatures really quickly. Return of the Wildspeaker for 4 and a green. Now, I'm enjoying this signature spell so far, but I do think there might be some other options out there that we could explore. I really like Return of the Wildspeaker just because it does have a couple different modes. We can draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures we control, and non-human creatures we control get +3/+3 until end of turn. Now, those kinds of abilities, those overrun abilities, just kind of can stack on top of one another. And now, since we care about the 0 ability with Garruk and adding loyalty counters to other planeswalkers, we are also running Garruk Wildspear and Garruk Relentless. We can get beast tokens, add more wolf tokens onto the battlefield, transform Garruk Relentless, untap lands with Wildspeaker. Both very, very good cards. I really enjoy both of them, and just adding loyalty counters is so good. Arlen, Voice of the Pack, she is a bit expensive at 6 mana for a 7 loyalty planeswalker, but she is adding 2/2 green wolf creature tokens onto the battlefield, and whenever a creature we control that's a wolf or a werewolf enters battlefield, it gets an additional +1/+1 counter on it. So Garruk adds wolves, she'll trigger and give them another counter. Now, we have a little bit of ramp in this deck just through Cultivate, just to kind of get our lands onto the battlefield. Now, we're also running a suite of just kind of mana dorks. Llanowar Elves, Rofellos, just to kind of tap for a whole bunch of green mana. The Scorned Villager, a human werewolf that can tap for a green mana that also transforms. Elves of Deep Shadow, which taps for black, though we do have to pay for it. It's not too big of an issue. Now we also have the Mayor. This is kind of when we get into the meat of the deck. The human wolves kind of synergies. Now, Mayor of Averbrook gives other human creatures we control +1/+1, but when it flips, it does pump up our wolf creatures. Master of the Wild Hunt puts a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield. We can also tap all untapped wolf creatures we control, and each wolf tap this way deals damage equal to its power to a target creature. That's super valuable for different types of removal, especially with the types of ramp that we have going on here. Night Pack Ambusher, 2 green, other wolves and werewolves get +1/+1, and if we didn't cast a spell on our end step, we get another token. Silver Fur Partisan, whenever a wolf becomes target of a spell, we get to add another token onto the battlefield. Undying Wolf, a 1/1 for 1, just super valuable for the Undying. Parallel Lives, this is where this kind of starts to get out of control. If Parallel Lives is down and we start making all of these tokens with this stack, these wolf tokens, it just kind of becomes an absolute overrun. Wolfcaller's Howl, at the beginning of our upkeep, we get to put X 2/2 green wolf creature tokens onto the battlefield, where X is the number of opponents with 4 or more cards in hand. So again, this gets very out of hand very quickly. Hull Pack Resurgence, we can flash this in and give creatures +1/+1 and trample. Full Moon Rise, again, +1/+0 and trample. Now also, once we have all these tokens down, we want to cast Second Harvest. I can only imagine yesterday when I was playing this deck, I had 15 15 2/2 wolf tokens. If I had cast Second Harvest, I would have had 30 tokens, and that's just absolutely crazy, especially when you can then just go ahead and add the overrun effects on top of that. We have the Creekwood Liege just for another type of lord, and the Deathrite Shaman. Now, Deathrite Shaman really is only in here to kind of get down early in the game and maybe manage graveyards if I need to. I really enjoy having some removal in this deck, especially because we're in green-black. Damnation is a really good board wipe if we can't get our kind of token engine going quickly. Return to Nature to deal with artifacts, enchantments, and cards in the graveyard. Elder Spell to another way to just put a ton of loyalty on our Garruk. Assassin's Trophy, Abrupt Decay, and Putrefy, all just different kind of suites of removal for this deck. Hunter's Insight, choose target creature we control. Whenever that creature deals damage, we get to draw that many cards. Renegade's Getaway. This is a card that comes special to us from a very good friend of mine from MagiKids. For 2 and a black, an instant, target permanent gains indestructible until end of turn. And then we get to create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. Yes, we're going to protect Garruk with this Renegade's Getaway. Heroic Intervention is another good way to protect all of our permanents. Demonic Tutor, just a good way to find all of the answers that we might need. Respite is a good way to kind of, fog a turn and then gain life for another, another player that's kind of attacking us, maybe with a whole bunch of tokens as well. Sword of Body and Mind, because it pumps out 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. Ashnod's Altar, we have this in there as kind of a small synergy. We can create the wolf tokens with Garruk, sack to the altar, put the counters on our Garruk this way, and also we get some sort of mana advantage out of it that way. We also have the Golgari Signet as the last card in the deck, just for a bit of mana fixing. Now guys, this is going to be it for our Return of the Wild Speaker Garruk Cursed Huntsman deck. If you guys have been enjoying the Oathbreaker format, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment down below of what you would like to see next. Maybe the Royal Scions or maybe Oko. I don't know. Let me know. We'll be working on new decks as always, and I will try to return to the Signature Spell series. As always, guys, I will catch you later.